Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about the Sabbath state, and this is a Neville Goddard concept. I'm not sure if he necessarily coined it and created it, but it was definitely something he's known for and that he has discussed in detail, most probably a concept fully created by him. Like I said, I haven't looked at the origins. Someone may have a little more knowledge on where it originated, but Neville has written literally books discussing the Sabbath state, and this was a requested topic, so I'm going to give my perspective on it, my advice and feedback on what the Sabbath state really means, how you can incorporate it and look to achieve it, and what it means if you are in fact experiencing it. So I'll explain how you can figure out if you are in the Sabbath state. If you'd like to hear more about Neville Goddard and his work and my analysis and feedback on it and my perception, what I think about it, as a coach, obviously I would love to share that with you guys, so do thumbs up and subscribe, turn on the notification bell. I'm also going to give you guys an insight into one of his quotes as well to summarize what exactly the Sabbath state is, so you want to keep watching. And yeah, I do offer coaching, so if you would like that one-on-one support from me, I am currently offering a bunch of different packages ranging from £60 up to £200. That's the current price range that I'm working with, and you get a lot of support with this and also some custom-made infographics. So if this sounds like something you're interested in, then you can click the link below to my Instagram, LOA Coaching, or you can reach out to me via email, and all of this information will also be featured in the outro of my video. And now let's start the topic. So to initiate and kind of start talking about the Sabbath state, it is something I did research, by the way. I wasn't fully versed on this. I've heard about it. I've just never incorporated that terminology or thought about it in detail. So I did do a little bit of research for this video, don't worry. And basically it's about once your mind is fully saturated with the news story and you start to accept and believe in, you know, the affirmations, basically your manifestation as a real reality for you. Once you start to believe it and your mind is really fully saturated and you've let go of the old story and the doubt, that is you entering the Sabbath state. It's all about thinking from the wish fulfilled. Again, this isn't my normal terminology, but I'm going to try and speak in terms of, you know, Neville Goddard concepts and language that he used. So the wish fulfilled, I believe, is something that he refers to a lot. Probably a lot of other coaches use that term as well. And yeah, wish fulfilled, basically your manifestation being fulfilled. You are experiencing that desire in your reality now. It's been fulfilled, completed, it's now fully yours. So it's all about you. It doesn't mean you've received your desire. That's just a completion of it. It's about you thinking from that version. So no longer doubting, where is it? When is it arriving? Oh, I remember SP texted me this. Oh, I remember I got this email last week. You know, it's not you thinking like that. The doubt has gone. You are mentally balanced in your thought process. You have kind of, you know, accepted that new version, the new reality. So if you're thinking from that version, that is you. That is a sign that you are entering the Sabbath state. If you're putting in enough work, affirming and convincing your subconscious mind, then you start to feel that it's real in your mind. So it's all about you having, you know, been persistent. Sometimes you start with a very small manifestation, by the way. It could be, I mean, it probably doesn't really occur in these stages, but like it could be manifesting a cup of coffee, manifesting a text message, manifesting sunny weather, you know, something very simple that you already experience in your day-to-day life that to you is not out of the ordinary, and that you're not obviously not coming with really bad assumptions like, I never receive coffee, oh my gosh, whenever I have coffee it's the worst day ever. Like, no one really starts from those kind of assumptions. So yes, it could apply to any manifestation technically, but ultimately it's about you persisting and putting in the work. Most likely it's one of the stages you will experience with an SP or something where you are starting with a bad old story and you obviously don't believe that thing is fully yours already, or that it's, you know, you're basically, if you're nowhere near thinking that in the old 3D reality, then once you have put in that work with the affirmations, mental diet, just been really consistent and persistent every day, you will be obviously convincing your subconscious mind that your assumptions and beliefs will all start to shift in alignment with your manifestation, and it starts to seem realistic and genuinely feel real in your mind. Like you start to have thoughts or visuals that will align with that. I've experienced this myself many times, and perhaps some of you guys have absolutely had these moments as well. If you're far along in your manifesting journey and you're starting to be really positive in your mind, then you will know what I'm talking about. it just starts to seem realistic and like it's something you experience, and you'll have a visual of you and your SP holding hands on a date, or thinking, you know, oh my gosh, now that I am a millionaire, I can buy all those handbags on my wish list. Like, you'll start to have these thoughts come up in your mind. And when it starts to feel real and you are actually thinking from that wish fulfilled state, that is entering Sabbath. So to summarize that, it basically happens within the space between you having put in all that work, convincing your mind, repeating and looping your affirmations, and, you know, doing your mental diet, whatever it takes to think from the end result, and in between that and actually having it fully in your 3D reality. The space in between, which of course can involve a bridge of events, in my opinion, I believe you can still experience, you know, bridge of events and things leading up to your manifestation, but you basically receive your manifestation after the Sabbath state. All about not wavering anymore, not having the hot and cold thoughts in your mind, not you personally being in the hot and cold state, which yes, with an SP would reflect onto them as well, and not wavering, believing that it's real. You don't have to fully believe it, by the way, but just thinking as if it's real. Feel that that manifestation is yours. Your SP is with you. They are going to be with you. They're going to commit to you. You have the manifestation. Nothing can ruin it now. It is yours, it is done. That's kind of the mindset you want to be in. And of course, your emotional and mental state dictates this as well. That is a really great and clear indication of where you're at, and, you know, leading up to the Sabbath state where you're just feeling at peace and believing in your manifestation. Your emotional state, feeling more positive, like I said, more balanced. The hot and cold thoughts are connected to your emotions, of course, because if you're thinking positively, you're less likely to feel worried, doubtful, those types of things, and well, those types of emotions are less likely to come up. In your day-to-day life, throughout your day, you're probably not going to start panicking or spiraling. Well, you're definitely not going to panic or spiral, because mentally as well, you're in that balanced state of thinking, this seems really realistic. I actually believe in this. This is real. This is happening. My manifestation is mine. I just know it. I feel it. Like, those two are interconnected. I will reiterate though, emotions don't manifest, but your emotional state will be an indication that you are entering Sabbath, that you believe in your manifestation, it's really saturating your mind, and you're starting to accept it as a fact. So according to Neville, it kind of ties into creation being completed, and he does talk about, you know, the God state, and I believe he also actually does tie it into religion as well, and God himself. So he basically says, yeah, creation is done, creation is completed, it's a state of rest, and basically you've done the work, your manifestation is yours. Having said that, from my opinion, my perspective as a coach, I do not ever tell a client, you know, okay, it's done, stop putting in the work, shift your focus elsewhere, because you can always have doubtful thoughts come back. Something could potentially possibly cause you to spiral. It's unlikely once you've reached that point, but I would never say, oh, okay, your manifestation will, you know, probably arrive in a couple of days, so you can just not do anything. I say until you believe it, until it is fully yours, you have to keep putting in at least a little bit of work, still being aware of your thoughts, making sure you're not letting doubt creep. Personally, as a coach, and telling you guys now, I don't personally recommend that you stop putting in the conscious work. So being aware of your thoughts and applying a mental diet if necessary. It can't hurt, you know, you might as well 100% guarantee your desire, right? And yeah, just continuing to affirm, even if it's only 10-15 minutes a day, if you're already super positive and believing in it, just do 10-15 extra minutes. That's nothing. You can do it throughout your day, you know? Brushing your teeth, doing your makeup, going to work, whatever it may be, putting in that work consciously until it is completely a fact in your reality. Because then it's done. Then once you truly believe it, it has to stay in your reality because your beliefs are reflected. Here's a quote to finalize this video from Neville himself. He said, "The Sabbath is only the mystical sense of stillness, when you are unconcerned, when you are not anxious, when you are not looking for results." So I think that's a good quote to basically summarize what the Sabbath state is, how your emotions tie into it as well, because emotional state can be an indication of where your mental state is. So basically you are unconcerned, it's being still, so like mentally still, not wavering and doubting or spiraling, and feeling calm internally. And you're not anxious and you're not looking for results, not checking the 3D, as I always say, don't look for results, because you just know it's yours. You don't need to look for it. You know it's on its way. You know it's coming to you fully. There's nothing that can be done to stop it or mess it up. It is simply yours. So it's a state of knowing and confidence in yourself, confidence in the manifestation process. So I definitely like that quote. I think he summarized it very well. I mean, obviously I'm not giving, you know, notes on Neville Goddard, but from my perspective, it's a really great quote to reference, just to remind yourself of what Sabbath is, because chances are you will feel that state at some point in your journey. You don't have to, but it's very likely. And yeah, I think that summarizes everything I had to say about Neville's Sabbath state. I hope that clarified everything for you guys. And if you enjoyed, then do thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And I will see you next time.